Hi, I'm Derick.
And I'm Andrea, and we're with the Capstone team. So
Yes,
what are we
are.
going to talk about today?
So what we're going to talk about today are issues that can cause a short sale to derail. Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot with our colleagues across the nation about some of the issues that they're seeing, and we haven't heard a lot of people talking about some of these items, and so we thought we'd sort of delve into them today. The first one being that the package is not complete, and I know that sounds like really, you're like, duh, we know that the package has to be complete,
Right.
But what we're finding is that people aren't making sure that if there's something in the package that they don't have, like a tax return, that you actually have to make sure that there's something in the package that notes that you know that that's missing. A tax return, a bank statement, a pay stub. So we actually even have a document that states that, I haven't filed my taxes for this, year, and sign off on it, so that the bank realizes you're acknowledging that you don't have it, but that you're saying, that I acknowledge I don't have it and go from there.
Right.
The other thing that we're finding that works really, really well is numbering the bottom of every single page to make sure that you know how large the package is, and then also having a table of contents for it so that you know exactly how many pages, where everything is. And then lastly, on the right-hand corner, top right-hand corner, is writing exactly the loan number for that particular bank, so that when the bank sees it, out of the hundreds of packages they get on a daily basis, that yours stands out as a complete, thorough package. Oh, and one last thing too. Don't forget to make sure to sign your tax returns. We're finding that's a big one, that everyone has a complete package and then they don't sign that, and then they'll either kick it back or shred it. If they don't have a complete package, oftentimes they'll stick it under the stack or shred it. Another item that we've been talking a lot with our colleagues across the nation about is buyers not being qualified. And obviously qualified per the lender, but maybe their agent hasn't explained to them thoroughly enough that a short sale process could take anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 months, and are they willing to wait through that process? The other item too is with our changing finances, a buyer might be qualified in today's financial situation, but they might not be available. They might not be able to have financing happen for them in the future. And what's happening right now is if they're right sort of on the cusp of being able to qualify or not qualify, and something changes, we've actually had clients that now don't qualify. So you really want to make sure to talk to, as an agent, the lender, to make sure that we know if there's any red flags that we need to know about, and we always share that with our client. And then on the agent side, to make sure that the agent understands that they've explained this explicitly to the buyer so that we're all on the same page. What are 2 of the other items that we were talking about?
So one of them is unforeseen expenses. Now these are things like taxes not being paid.
So property taxes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Other liens against the property, these could be violations, things of that nature, typically from the city.
Okay.
And any other fees associated with the property, such as HOA fees, right?
Big one, yeah.
So yes, these are huge, and these are things that we need to know up front, and make sure you tell the agent that you're working with if you have any of these things, expenses that have built up, so that they can be dealt with up front, because typically the banks aren't going to want to pay for these items.
Yeah, not really.
And they're going to have to be dealt with in order for your short sale transaction to close. So these are really, really critical things that need to be dealt with up front. And the final thing, due to the 3 things that we talked about previous to this, is just running out of time because all of the ducks weren't in a row. So it's critical, it's absolutely critical that you're working with somebody that knows how to get the process done from start to finish in time, so that you can have a smooth short sale transaction and your needs can be met.
Great. So just to sum up what we talked about today, the first one being to make sure that you have an absolute complete package. If your package isn't complete, don't send in some of it. Send in nothing until it's absolutely totally complete, and then make sure that you verify that they received your package. Secondly, you want to make sure that the buyer that you have is totally qualified, that they've been explained appropriately, the time frames and all the other situations that are involved in short sale. Number 3 is to make sure that you deal with any of the liens, taxes, fees, anything like that ahead of time, because that really can stop you from being able to close on a short sale. And then, in fact, since that's becoming a bigger issue, we're going to do another video on just those items to sort of delve into a little bit more of what those mean. And then the last one being that running out of time at the short sale, and the best way to verify that is to make sure that everybody in the situation, you know, the agents, buyer, seller, everybody knows the exact date. And if you're running long or it's taking you longer to close than you think it's, you know, the date that's specified, you have to ask at least 2 weeks ahead of time, at least, for an extension. And typically, most banks, if they see that you're moving on time, are giving them, but usually they only give 1. So if you can't get your short sale done within that time frame, a lot of them are saying sorry. So you really want to make sure that you're dealing with the items that we talked about up front, so that you don't run out of time and then have a frustrated, you know, client because now you thought you're going to be able to close it and you can't. So anyway, hopefully that answers some questions for you. And what's the best way to contact us if they want to contact us?
So the best way is go to our website. It is capstoneteam.com. And we do have a number.
Or you can call us at 1-888-636-2444, and the extension is 55. So it's 55555. And then that gets straight to talk to one of us
right away.
So hopefully that's answered some questions for you and helped you out on making sure that your short sale does not derail. And we'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.
Take care.